Hi, I'm Valeria. People call me Val. I'm currently a junior and I'm the current vice president of Durham and Regional Affairs. So she, her, hers. I'm a political science major with minors in psychology and Asian and Middle Eastern studies. And I'm originally from Caracas, Venezuela, but I grew up in Miami, Florida. At Duke, like I mentioned before, I'm the vice president of Durham and Regional Affairs. But apart from that, I'm also a member on the Duke Student Alumni Board. I dance on I dance on Aki Psi African dance team. I also work at the Broadhead Center, as it's called. I work at the information desk, and I'm also a staff member for Project Build. What really inspired me to want to be president was actually like the line of the streak of female presidents that Duke has as DSG presidents. I think that was so inspiring. Christina and Liv have definitely been really important mentors in my life, especially regarding like my project work and that kind of thing. Also, additionally, like something that I didn't mention in my involvements is that I'm a David M. Rubenstein Scholar, and this is the scholarship for low-income first-gen students who, during high school, were like really committed to civic engagement in their communities. So it's like a merit scholarship, and that aspect of my identity really shapes a lot of the things that I do and how I interact with others. And I really think that this role and being in such a like privileged position and being able to like talk to administrators, I feel like I could really advocate for certain different causes on campus, just because my identity gives me like a lot of sensibility about the issues not only that low-income students face, but like that all students face. And then with this upcoming year, what I really want to focus on is student wellness, campus affordability, some structural changes, as well as the last one is equity with a lot of different groups. I really like this question. I think when I interviewed for the Chronicle, the way they asked it before that I really liked was like, if you had the first 100 days, like what would you do? And I think the first thing I would do is like really focus on the hate and bias policy on campus, because there's just issue after issue with this, and so many student activists have worked on this in the past, but I really do think that that should be a priority on campus, especially since it affects so many students and it's just like awful, and it's just there needs to be more discussion around this, and it's just very insensitive to send students even to class right after like a hateful incident like this happens on campus. So definitely prioritize that one. That's a really good question. I would say, so I've been in Durham Regional Affairs, and for our committee it's a little harder to like make tangible projects because it's not like services where you can like change something on campus and see it affect. So, and also I think like the connection between Duke and Durham is a little more nuanced. So I would say one thing that I'm really proud of is that I focus a lot on projects for like first year students and making sure they understand the history between Duke and Durham. So recently I've been working on an exhibit to be shown in Perkins, but I've also really been trying to push for more first year student programming, and that's in the works for next year a little bit more. But I'm really happy that we can prioritize like students' understanding of the relationship between Duke and Durham. And then additionally, I would say like I've done a lot of collaborations this past year, especially with DPS, and I think I'm really proud of those. But not only with DPS, like in my committee too, like last year we helped with Durham's 150th celebration, and then we have like a bunch of other projects, but I'm definitely really proud of those. And then in Duke Student in general, I'm also really proud of, like recently I changed like campaign rules so that students don't have to upfront the cost of running a campaign election. And this is something that like I realized like super last minute. I was like, oh dang, like maybe we shouldn't make people pay $50, like, you know? And I think like those little small things do really make a difference and add up. So I'm really proud of all those things. Well, I mean, the first thing that honestly comes to mind, like with like campaign financing, I was kind of shocked that like you could only ask for a refund like if you wanted to run a campaign, because I feel like if someone was low income and they wanted to, like a first year for example, and they saw on the website that you would have to pay up front for the campaign, even if it's like a really small amount of money, I feel like that could have been a barrier and stopped people. And I really think like Duke student government especially already has like a small, like it's not that as diverse as it could be. So even something as little as that, like I can't believe it took so long to like notice something that could prevent people and prevent the organization from being more inclusive. So I'm glad I could have fixed that little thing. I literally live in West Union. Like, it's like a running joke. Like, I literally work there now too, but before that, I like just love that building. Like, it's just my favorite. My favorite place I would say is Farmstead, just because I love the people that work there too. Like Devin from Farmstead, he's like so nice to me all the time, and their Brussels sprouts are really good. But I feel so bad for them because I have to make them all the time now. And then what's the other one? Least favorite. My least favorite. Oh, I also really like Tandor. My least favorite would probably be, let me think about this. I don't know. So I'm a big coffee person, and I just really don't like the coffee from Cafe. Like, I don't really like it. Like, something like, I just prefer like ABP or like McDonald's coffee, even though it's like super cheap and like my friends always make fun of me for it. But I really do think that like, I just think it's better. Like, something's wrong with the Cafe coffee. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I don't know. And I love the workers there, and I love the people, and like, literally just like, I literally work right next to them, but I'm disappointed. I don't know. Disappointed.